Hi everyone, 732 Review Crew here. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And we are back with Season 1, Episode 13 of Battlestar Galactica. This one is titled Kobol's Last Gleaming, the season finale of Season 1 of Battlestar Galactica.
Part 2.
So this is the second part, correct.
Yes, part 2.
Now, as we get into this, do you guys remember what happened last episode?
I have no idea.
You know?
Yeah, no, it was so long ago.
Yeah. You know, Starbuck was having sex with Baltar.
And we saw a totally different side of Apollo.
Yeah, Apollo was very jealous.
There's the whole thing going on Caprica.
They arrive.
Also, like the most important thing that like Starbuck went to Caprica.
Starbuck went to Caprica to get the Starbuck to get the arrow of Apollo.
They found Kobol.
Yeah, they found Kobol, but they got shot down over Kobol. The
Baltar got shot down.
Yeah, crash landing still.
Baltar as well as Hilo. Sorry, it's not Hilo.
Right.
I got off screen.
And the Cylons are in orbit. Now we were trying to figure out how to get back. Boomer knows she's a Cylon, and tried to kill herself as well. Boomer did.
Yeah.
So let's see what's going on.
And my theory was
that
Boomer alerted the Cylons to the fact that they found Kobol.
That's fair. Now, let's see what's going on.
My theory.
Thank you for joining us. We're starting
my theories.
3, 2, 1. Is Baltar seeing number 6 because he's smoking the same stuff the president is?
Is he smoking Japala extract? Jesus.
Baltar. He would be.
Oh, is he stuck? She's wearing white. She's literally his angel.
Is he kissing Crash right now?
No, he's having a vision.
Hey, come on, wake up, stay with me, we gotta go. Get down!
Woo!
It's actually a pretty realistic explosion, I feel like.
What's Baltar doing?
Tripping motherfucking balls, dude. What do you mean?
Ow, that had to hurt.
What is he doing? Smoke poisoning?
It's a museum, so what?
Why is he with her still?
It's
the home of the heir of Apollo.
They are seeing Starbuck.
You like it or not, I'm your only hope of getting off this planet. And if I were you, I would take that tough guy attitude of yours and shove it up your ass.
Commander, I have the president on the line.
She's the best character.
Let's save some time here, Commander. The question you really want to ask me is whether or not I asked Lieutenant Thrace to take the raider to Caprica. The answer to your question is yes.
She's up front with it.
My responsibility as president is first and foremost to protect and preserve this fleet and its future.
By taking the raider, you've placed our people on the surface of Kobol in direct danger.
Mom and Dad are fighting, guys.
I'm going to have to ask you for your resignation, Madam President.
No.
Then I'm terminating your presidency after this moment.
Can he do that?
If you want to stage a coup, you're gonna have to come over here and arrest me.
I don't want any blood shed.
Neither does the press. You're recording every minute.
I love this. I love this so much.
He just said you can't do this because you look like the bad guy now. Politics.
That might be my favorite, like, 4-minute scene.
As long as she's president, she's dangerous.
Oh my God.
If you can turn Starbuck against us, she's capable of anything. Yes, sir.
This government survived a Cylon attack. It will survive William Adama. I think he's bluffing.
You'll have to take her down compartment by compartment.
What?
Sir.
As you were.
Boomer. This is gonna be bad.
Things are moving very quickly, and I need every pilot.
Uh-oh.
I'm ready, sir.
I need you to light jump to Kobol and take care of this base star. We're placing a Cylon transponder aboard your Raptor. In theory, it should allow you to approach the base star without getting fired upon. For all they know, you could be 2 Cylon agents returning with a captured Raptor.
I love how they're fucking SWAT. They're literally just SWAT. Huh?
Okay, Gata. Please tell me that you're right about this transponder thing.
Wow, how many base stars? There's like 3 on the screen right there.
A lot.
I don't know if you can hear this or not, Hilo. But what we had between us was important. It was very important because it was a next step. Because it brings us closer to God.
Huh?
Beyond that, I just want you to know that I genuinely feel something for you.
I don't care.
Oof.
I don't love you.
Hilo, I think there's something else that you should know. I'm pregnant.
Called it.
Oh! Good call.
I'm so good at this game!
I know Commander Adama, and I'm counting on the fact that when push comes to shove, he is the kind of man who will not want bloodshed. This is my choice.
Time to find out who's loyal.
It's in Billy's programming, so it's there.
Security commander reports sounds of someone cutting through the hull.
Yikes.
He's doing it.
They're playing chicken right now, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Ooh,
I don't know enough.
Oh.
pretty deep.
It seemed deep.
That's intramuscular.
Well, it's anti-radiation drug, so I assume it's got to go somewhere important.
They're flying around, sir. They might land troops before we get rescued.
This face got messed up.
Sir, if I may suggest that we take cover on the ground, maybe somewhere where we won't be seen from the air.
Okay, yeah. Chief, that's... Carry on, Chief.
What's he all pissy about?
I think tensions are just really high.
Those were some bigger ships, too. You saw that?
Bomb release is jammed. I can't free it.
It's almost like it was tampered with by someone. Who could it be?
We can dock inside the ship. Excuse me? We can release the bomb manually and drop the nuke inside the ship itself.
That's not a bad idea.
How does she know where the landing dock is?
Dude, they also just have ships flying all over all the fucking time out there.
Patrols, baby.
It's like a beehive. I also
The base
like
star is
that-
probably a big Cylon.
Have you noticed that's the second time she's also said, I know it.
You wondered why you were chosen? Now's the time to find out why.
Is he wandering off towards some ruins? Wow.
Come on, D, tell me he's not actually gonna do this.
Tell me she's not gonna make him do it. Billy.
Form a wall! They don't have machine guns!
Well, they don't want to kill her. They want to arrest her.
I know. Is it actually a fucking arrow?
That's why it's called the Arrow of Apollo.
It is actually a fucking arrow.
I think it was gonna be.
Pretty, isn't it?
Oof.
Woo! She's fast.
She is fast.
Fast as fuck, boy!
Dude, those are some huge bullets.
Why does it look like that?
Like a hive?
Like red. Is it partially organic also?
It's like a mind flayer ship.
I'm setting her down.
It does look organic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my tension's maxed out right now. It's giving Tomb Raider vibes.
Woo!
Use the arrow!
She did. She immediately used it.
Oof.
She got a whole bunch of height on her though.
Hilo, please!
Where'd he be?
They're close.
Everything's gonna culminate together. It's so nice.
Nobody's firing.
Yeah, well, I mean, now that they're like...
Oh wow, he went. Tie. About to be revealed another Cylon?
Is it Sharon? It is Sharon. It's lots of Sharons. That's so trippy.
Come on, Starbuck. Oh wow.
She's personally beating up Starbuck.
Oh,
She's Balter.
Yeah.
Oh. You think that's why?
Yeah. There we go.
Shooter, 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 shooter.
He just killed her like that. That was savage.
Oh, the spine?
Yeah.
Wow.
The body breaks just like ours, dude.
They're organic.
I'm placing you under arrest.
No, we're not doing this.
Oh,
They blinked first.
Colonel, this is wrong.
You're relieved.
Fall back.
Madam President, I would...
Oh my god, dude.
This is mutiny. You know that.
Yes, I do. But you can tell my father that I'm listening to my instincts.
Ooh.
My instincts tell me that we cannot sacrifice our democracy just because the president makes a bad decision.
She's like,
Put your guns down,
I'm glad that's my military advisor.
please.
Yo, he's fuming.
Oh man, he's getting the brig.
They're gonna get pulled out in like 2 minutes.
You can't fight destiny, Sharon. It catches up with you no matter what you do. We love you, Sharon. And we always will.
God, that's creepy, dude.
Don't see me.
They have to know that's a nuke.
Yeah. They don't care, remember?
They don't care.
We'll talk about it after.
Greatest contacts? Spoomer and racetrack, sir.
Put him on the speakers.
Did it.
Mission accomplished.
There's some good news.
Hey, she's okay. Ooh.
Oh.
I can't believe it.
I'll do it.
Wow. Who expected this?
Jesus,
No! You can't. She's pregnant.
It's like, give me the fucking arrow. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't know what's going on. Get me the fuck off this planet.
That's be a mind fuck to hear.
Yeah. It's your house, Gaius. From 10,000 years ago.
Right, who got this guy? Who gave this guy the weed? At the theater?
It does look like that, yeah.
Movie theater.
It's time to do your part and realize your destiny. You are the guardian and protector of the new generation of God's children.
Huh?
The first member of our family will be with us soon, guys.
What does the little toast look like?
Please show us. Please don't do this. Please.
This is the greatest finale ever.
Eric's probably his feet up like, told you so. Yeah.
Congratulations to both of you. And you did it despite any personal misgivings you may or may not have had. For that, I'm very proud.
This is so spiteful.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh my god!
I guess because she knows her covers.
Someone get a doctor! Get doctor!
Ah, god damn it. Did they just kill off Adama? She didn't know, did she?
This is the greatest finale ever.
Wow. Wow, that's how it's ending? Yo, fuck that, bro.
You can't attack control.
This was the best constructed season 1 finale I have ever seen in my 30 years watching television. I swear to God, it had everything. It had everything perfectly. It's not like Game of Thrones where the arc doesn't finish for 7 seasons, or The Expanse, or any of those shows. This one just wrapped everything up and still had like, hey, there's stuff to look forward to in season 2.
There. No.
This is my favorite episode. I have so many notes.
Do you have anybody who think is a Cylon that's not on your board right now?
Boomer.
No, I don't have anybody else to add as of right now.
I don't think we're just supposed to know at this point.
No. So, to start off, I had a partial theory. I don't think I'm correct in the theory.
Number 6 had a kid.
But, no.
Yes, that's what they were looking at. It wasn't Boomer's kid. It was number 6's kid. That's why Baltar's the chosen one, because he gave birth to the first middle person. Hold
on.
Did you guys not catch that?
I don't know. I didn't catch that.
No, I didn't catch that.
That's why she's been like with him this whole time and talking about he's protecting the guardian and showed him the child. It's his kid.
But she said that the first child would soon be with them.
Yeah.
Meaning she's giving birth?
Yeah.
I thought he'd be smoking Kamala extract. I'm not sure if that's correct.
That's like the lamest explanation.
No, but think about it. Because Hilo fell in love, or I'm sorry, Sharon fell in love with Hilo and got pregnant and all this stuff, and now is like willing to betray her compatriots to save him. Number 6 is telling Baltar all this stuff that is definitely not in her programming because they got pregnant. It's all lining up. The pregnancy influences them, and this is their goal, and they're like, this is the more important objective than anything else. And the reason they're going to Earth, I have no idea. Now I'm going way into deep thing. Is that's where they're gonna develop.
Do you think them? So they said that something gets them closer to God. Is it the fact that them having that the Cylons are able to reproduce and have a baby? Is that what makes them closer to God?
Throughout ancient civilization and mythology, the idea of giving birth does bring you closer to the gods. It's like what makes women sacred in mythology is that they can give birth, whereas other men can't.
Makes me the way it makes me think
it is very religious.
What it makes me think is the purpose of these human Cylon models was first off to observe whether or not these advanced models, aka maybe it is the Sharon model that is the most recent one, can have children. Because if they are able to have children, that means the other models can eventually do the same.
Sure, but he's saying no. He's saying
number 6 is pregnant.
Yeah,
no, number 6. Baltar got number 6 pregnant.
I'm saying
on Caprica.
Your theory.
I'm saying the reason
and I'm pretty confident in it.
My reason thing is number 6 hates Sharon because Sharon is able to have what number 6 cannot have, which is
it's a fair thing. That's the only counterpoint I'd accept.
She is the newest model.
That's the only.
Therefore, she's able to have a baby, which is why she
is referring to.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing that I'll accept as a good counter.
And she has so much free will in the sense that she can.
Well, number 6 has a decent amount of free will.
No, she's been following God's plan this entire time, whereas Boomer and Sharon have both deviated from the main plan a bunch of times. Where Sharon especially. Boomer, it seems
but that's what I'm saying is all of the other ones are doing Cylon stuff. Number 6 is the only one who references God's plan, and it seems to be following God's plan and she specifically says to Baltar, it's not the Cylon God, it's everyone's God. So it doesn't have to align 100%.
Overanalyzing Cylons as a whole, because clearly the Boomer model is capable of any and everything at any moment.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
End of story. The one that's on Caprica
it's the
right
most
now with
human.
them isn't she's a good Cylon and she loves him, and it's all the only reason I feel like is is there that 1% chance that it is the baby and she actually loves him, whatever. Okay, cool, sure. But 99% chance that's just part of the mission. It's just part of the mission. In my opinion, because clearly, once again, Boomer's character proved to us, I'll save the day and manually unlatch the bomb, and yay, we blew up the ship, and we fucking die. It makes no sense.
Well, no, it does make sense.
Perfect sense because she's a Cylon,
but because she's
capable of,
because she's a sleeper agent Cylon. Whereas
the switch.
Whereas Hilo's Sharon is not a sleeper agent, but in fact a fully aware and choosing to make the decision with that in mind.
Maybe
that's a fair count.
Maybe the models of Cylons.
You're right, she is a sleeper.
But I'm glad you're being a skeptic.
Maybe the Cylon models aren't even being newer, aren't even based on different variations. Maybe there's older versions of 6 and newer versions of 6 that have those features that that are being imprinted.
I'm kind of getting the impression that it's kind of like each new model was a progression jump. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming that the male ones were the original ones, and then they figured out females afterwards.
Maybe that makes sense,
which would explain why Sharon would be the newest, and number 6 was probably right before that.
So speaking of this episode, before we get into that, so Adama and President Roslin were having a butting heads because technically Roslin went over his head doing a military command.
It wasn't a command, though.
Yeah.
Dude, wait, hold on. Thought explosion. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What if the reason Boomer came back after blowing up the ship is because that's what she wants to do, and she killed Adama because she knows Adama is a Cylon like the other guy said he was?
Nah.
I see where you're going, and I see how you got here, and It's a possibility, but I don't think so.
It's a possibility.
I think the Cylons just
Because he fought in the Cylon War, and they got a hold of his DNA to make a copy of him, because he was like the strongest of their enemies. Bro, this is a rabbit hole we're going down, but I love it.
now I think
Just say, he seems pretty old. Dude's in good shape. He beat the shit out of his, like, in shape 30-year-old son. So
I will say, maybe her seeing all her, or getting so close to Battlestar, maybe Boomer being so close to Battlestar, seeing other Sharons, kind of, maybe they got through to her, or some type of thing got through to her, where it's like, didn't they say, like, love yourself type of thing going on?
She was like, no, it was like,
they said embrace your destiny.
Yeah, which her destiny is to be a Cylon and do things. So I think that was just clearing out Boomer's mind, because she was conflicted about what her life purpose and other things were, when in fact just them simply saying that may have made her realize, okay, I just gotta do Cylon things.
Sure, because the other side of that is she is under Cylon.
It looked like she was, because when she was after she shot him, when she was down, it kind of looked like she was maybe flipped the switch again. Didn't know.
Well, you're ignoring the thing is that she said, "I am not a Cylon" to the other Sharons, which obviously we know she is, but it's her fighting the fact that she's a Cylon, which I feel like it's more the trauma of like realizing that all of her suspicions are finally culminated in seeing like 8 copies of her, and they're like, "Hey, Cylon," and she's like, which probably caused a trigger in her mind to latch out.
Are base stars organic? Like, they say Cylons. It looks like base stars are giant Cylons.
They're a mix.
They kind of implied that with the fighter, but none of us caught that.
And I'm pretty sure that means base stars are organic. And that's why
it's literally a robotic beehive.
And when they reproduce Cylons, when they produce the fighter Cylons, like the ships, they're probably just making babies or something. I don't know. But the one thing I wanted to bring up, and Mike wrote about this about the transponder too. So when the transponder's on the ship, they're just able to fly right by. Does that mean Cylons technically, unless they're the human models, don't see, and they basically read transmission or waves?
They have the little blinking red light.
Well, that wasn't the blinking red light was them interacting with the electronic systems of the ship when they did that. So,
but no, because like when the robots walk around, they have the blinky red light.
Yeah, well, maybe they're scanning for organic stuff. But whereas a ship, they can't see the organics on the inside of the ship, so they just see a ship with a transponder.
You could see that there's an organic ship.
I mean, they would need X-ray vision because there's
the future.
I don't know.
I'm not hunting humans.
I don't know, but the thing I wrote down, since Mikey brought that up, the transponders, right? So the fact that the transponder is meant to signal like friendly. Why did the Cylons put it on Galactica?
To track them.
But they're not. They don't register that as a tracking. They register that as a friendly signal.
But they could track it probably too.
They would use a different transponder.
I don't know.
I think it goes back to my thing is they want Galactica to make it to Earth.
Yes. So that ties into my thought.
Which is why they let the nuke off. Because I told you last episode, the base star was not to kill them. The base star is to test them so they can get to Earth and be worthy. Sorry, I got excited.
So the reason Boomer kills Adama now randomly, it's not random. Because he's derailing the plan. And the president currently is the one pushing them to get to Earth, operating under your overall theory here. If we operate under your theory that the Cylons need to find Earth, and they have to use the humans to do that for whatever reason, makes no sense, but whatever. Like, they couldn't figure it out on their own. But whatever, they have to use the humans to get there. So therefore, they would kill Adama because he's directly just sending the whole plane off the rails. Because now they're not going to Earth. They're not doing the Arrow shenanigans, whatever. And the president's in jail.
But now it's begging that if following through with all of that, Boomer's cover is now blown. Yeah. Which means who else on the ship is going to transmit to the Cylons?
Is Adama dead? It looked like they were implying he was dead.
No. They would have like shot him in the heart or the head if he was going to die. They shot him in the stomach and the chest, which is, especially with those gigantic bullets, he's almost dead. He might as well be dead. But I mean, depending on the level of medical technology, I don't think he's dying.
Well, it seems like
I think he's going to be out of it. Maybe a coma.
I mean, hey, bro, they can't cure cancer, so he might be dead.
Well,
I'm just saying.
You can survive a gut shot and a chest shot if you don't die immediately. If you're basically at a hospital.
Exo's wife is going to be happy though. He's gonna be the new commander.
God, I hate her.
Dude, you keep bringing her up. You can never bring her up again. I don't know.
Even if she's in the episode, ignore her.
Remember not last episode, the one before that, she was vying for power with Tom Zarek.
I know.
Now, Presidents in the Brig, is Tom Zarek going to be the new leader? Because
there's the potential.
Interim president.
In Baltar.
Yes. Speaking of, we didn't talk about that too much. The president is in the Brig. We didn't talk about that standoff with Lee flipping. So obviously they were playing a game of chicken because the president went over his head with the mission because military is him, and they had that agreement.
But that's the thing. Like, she didn't order Thrace to go there. She asked Thrace to go there, which that's on Thrace for deserting.
It's semantics for that.
Right. But sure, it is because of the president asking. So I get it.
Yeah,
but
it's inciting. Incited her.
Yeah, it wasn't overriding Adama's control of his units. It was just kind of interfering and subverting.
What I would have done if I was him, I would have been like, "Oh, that's cool, that's fine. His Starbuck she has to land on Galactica. Just be there waiting. Give me the fucking arrow and put that in a ball.
And just
yeah. Be like, say you're sorry.
So
okay.
she did go to jail though. She is in the Brig. Lee betrayed his dad's side because he felt it wasn't right to force the president out of power in the way, which in a way is true. This was a bad way for them to do it because it seemed like he was having a fit over what happened.
They both
show of force. Show of force.
They both.
But she eventually stood down when she saw what was going on because she didn't want anybody to die. Unfortunately, she is in the Brig, but fortunately, we do have the arrow now because Boomer.
Whoa! They haven't gotten out the planet yet.
No,
Okay. They're still on Capricorn.
We have it in our. So Starbucks.
They're in possession of the party.
I saw Starbucks. She was screaming.
She had to fight 6. She had to fight at number 6, and she was doing okay to fighting somebody who has probably superhuman strength because she was a robot. And the tackle was nice. We thought the fall killed her, piercing through the chest. That's pretty rough. I love how Hilo was there to see him, and I love how Starbuck also was able to respond because she knows, 1, that Boomer is on Galactica, and 2, Boomer just shot herself in the face, or got shot in the face, so there's no wound there, so it doesn't add up. I'm surprised she didn't think that Hilo was a Cylon immediately, too, unless she is. But
I actually thought when she was reaching for a gun, I thought she was going to shoot Hilo.
Yeah. It's crazy, though, that
such a side.
The first person to find out that Cylons are pregnant is Starbuck. Starbuck is the first one to find out.
Technically Hilo, but yeah, I get your point.
Well, which is crazy that even works like that. But I'm curious because they can't bring back Sharon to the Galactica now.
Well, hypothetically they can. It's just it's a big deal when she gets there, and they're also probably going to try and shoot her on sight.
Yeah,
since our Boomer shot the president. Not the president, but the commander of the ship.
Down another thing that's going to come to light next season that I'm so excited for.
Mm-hmm.
The moment they get Baltar, I can't imagine him. He's going to get back on the ship. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here. And they're going to be like, you're going in jail. You said she wasn't a Cylon. Either your test is bullshit or you fucking lied. You piece of shit. What are the other?
I hope it's one of those glossed over facts that you're going to be like, why the fuck?
Drive me insane.
He's the vice president. No. So,
were they going to arrest the vice president after arresting the president?
Yeah.
No.
You'd be like, he's working with Cylons. We had a woman come forward saying he worked with the Cylons in the mysterious circumstances.
And Tom Zarek's, we elected to Cylon to it. We have to stop this. I will save us.
Do you think that he's going to,
take advantage of all this?
Do you think he's going to split from the Galactica?
Tom Zarek?
No, Baltar, and maybe, because maybe some Cylons are going to pick him up.
Splinter Grove.
I just hope he gets a cool hat for it and he becomes archpriest of whatever's happening.
Now, I don't have anything else to add for the discussion of that, but for the season discussion, I do have some things to bring up and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Just some things. First off, what was the most surprising thing to you in the first season? It's hard, just because Adama and B-Shot isn't the forefront of our minds, it's easy to say that. But I think the Boomer reveal being a Cylon was massive too.
Baltar's betrayal.
Which betrayal?
Of humanity. When he started just deciding who's no one's a Cylon and embracing God, that was the wildest part of the whole thing.
What about you, Joe?
Yeah, you got to say your thing before I elaborate.
That's a good one. I don't even know. You worded that so much more better than I was. It's gonna be like Baltar because he's a snitch or whatever.
He's a bitch. No.
I'm gonna think on mine if you wanna.
I mean, like, so Baltar's been this like weird character where he's like guilt ridden over everything because he betrayed the humanity to start with, but he's like feels guilty about it, and then finally he has the chance to redeem himself and start outing Cylons, and he's like,
double down, bitch.
No. We love God.
Yeah. Another standout.
He didn't believe in.
Well, now he does.
Speaking of relating to that episode, another standout moment is number 6 popping up in real life on the Galactica, accusing him, Shelley Godfrey.
That was amazing.
That was amazing because
I love
that forced him to believe in God. She forced him to believe in God by doing that to him.
I just love that scene because he's like, "Wait, you guys can hear her?" And they're like, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, "No reason."
Meanwhile, she's literally saying like the worst things imaginable about him, and he's not defending himself at all. She's just like, he worked with the Cylons, he exterminated mankind, and he's like, are you guys?
Is serious? What? Do you guys have a favorite character so far of this show?
Oh, that's rough.
Wow. I actually, hot take, I don't have a favorite character. I don't think. They've all, at some point in time, every single one of them has had an episode where I'm like, because I would have originally said like Baltar was like interesting and quirky and like a total fucking asshole in all the best ways possible for a TV show. But then the second half, like,
he flipped the switch, changed.
Yeah, I'm also, yeah.
I gotta say, if I have a favorite character right now, it would be just Starbuck, just because of how she acts. Obviously, she is obviously the badass fighter pilot. You can't keep her down. Traumatized and broken, so she's not a perfect character.
I'm gonna say Starbuck. She's the actual hero.
She is. She does all the things.
Like the hero.
She so far most of the big things have been doing saving things. Like her doing maneuvers to save the day. Pulling off 8 fighters from this, or however many that were attacking the Galactica that one time. Her battle plan. Her capturing the Cylon fighter and bringing it back. She's had a lot of great moments, and she's also training the new recruits. So she's very important to the series. Whereas it feels like Lee is too busy, trying to play sides in what's going on.
Yes.
So he's stuck between mom and dad, Rosalind and his dad. And it's hard for him to pick the right side because when he picks one side, he ends up going over to the other side a lot of times and then going back and forth. But that's the whole point of this show, and that's what his dad said, is he needs to learn how to pick his sides and, find out what he's fighting for.
So,
well, that's why I said I can't pick a favorite, because currently, like, aside from Starbuck, and I don't even like that she was convinced to go there to get the arrow, but I'm just not a religious person, so I guess that's kind of why I just don't like that whole premise personally. But
yeah,
my point is, like, at some point I liked all of the characters it's just right now, as far as the story, I'm like, not liking Rosalind right now, because it just seems like unhinged. Adama's just like trying to swing his dick around like unnecessarily, so I'm going. I currently have no favorite. Starbuck is good though.
In terms of like favorite character, I don't have a favorite character. My favorite character is mom and dad together, the president and the Commander Adama. Individually, good characters, fan, whatever. Them together, I could watch all day long of just those two being catty back and forth, be getting along, whatever. Absolutely. In terms of story development, though, number 6, all of them. She's pushing the whole story along.
She is.
Without number 6, they'd still be floating around.
Which brings us back to, I wonder, once we finish the series, obviously it'll be more clear, but throughout this entire series, like you said, it seems like number 6 is the driving force for a lot of things. Like, she is the main reason why Baltar is doing what he's doing, and she's also the main reason why they know how to find places.
She's the main reason humanity fell too.
Yeah, she's also the main reason. So I wonder why maybe they had to purge every planet and force this to happen so that humans could fall in love with Cylons. I don't know.
It's like go to Earth. It's all about going to Earth.
Because it seems like it's all about going to Earth, but it's also all about producing human Cylon hybrids. It seems like.
You're right, because there is like also a weird infatuation with humans from a lot of the Cylons.
It is. They like to observe them. They love them.
Babies specifically.
I mean, she did kill a baby.
Well, the female Cylons.
Obsession can be evil as well as desire.
Well, could also be the fact that the female Cylons are infiltrators and the males are like disruption, I guess. For example, like Six and Sharon.
Whoa! I understand where you're going with this, but Sharon blew stuff up and infiltrated, and so did the guy from the first couple episodes. That was he press release or something?
Aaron Doyle.
Because he infiltrated them and was like with the president and all this stuff.
It seems like
and he also was blowing stuff up on Galactica.
The male Cylons aren't honeypotting like the female ones are, though, in the sense that
not yet, baby. Season 2
that we know of. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah.
When did this come out? 90s, 2000?
2004.
Yeah, no, not happening.
That's not true.
Now, I liked how during the season you get to see the growth of the characters. For example, Billy, the president's aide, doesn't know how to talk to girls and all that stuff. And then by the end of
he's got a pseudo girlfriend.
Yeah, by the end of the season,
I love her. She's like my favorite on the show.
D, right? I think her name is. And by the end of the season, he's going on dates. He's pumping his girlfriend for information. He's secretly communicating with her during a moment.
Wow, Mikey, pumping her for information.
He was. That's what she said. That's the exact thing she said. But it's just nice to see his growth there. We saw some growth between Lee and his father in the episodes where it seems like they grew closer, but it seems like the tough decision has forced them to spread apart a little bit in this episode because of the mutiny.
I disagree. I absolutely disagree because that was Apollo's like growth mission. Because Commander Adama was like, you need to trust your instincts. You're too rigid. And then at the end, as Adama is taken out of the picture, Apollo finally listened to his instincts and stood up to the colonel, who it's really just showing like the dad wanted to make sure his son was prepared if God forbid he ever had to take over, and that was what happened.
Now, I know if Adama did survive those wounds, he's probably gonna be either in bed for a while or maybe
that's what I'm saying. Coma.
Maybe he got shot in the back. Maybe crippled.
It's a big round.
Yeah.
I feel like she would have shot him in the back if that's what they were going for, though.
You guys remember you had any theories that didn't pan out from this series so far in terms of just general direction and whatnot? Because for me, I thought going into the show, first off, I thought it would be a lot more, which makes sense that it's not going this way, but I thought it'd be a lot more fighting between the Cylons and the humans, the fleet. But the reason, obviously, why is because they can't afford the losses over and over again.
Yeah, there is no fight.
Ammo and fuel. It's been more about every day just surviving as a population with supplies, while also having to deal with terrorists on your ships that look like like us.
Well, that's like episode 1. The president is like, we already lost.
Yeah.
Like, so we're not watching a war. We're watching like
the aftermath.
And the main thing is we follow the crew of the Battlestar Galactica. We're either on it or following the crew. There's nothing else really besides Rosalind, but most of the time we follow Rosalind on the ship or while she's doing things related to the Galactica.
Sure. Thing I'm surprised about, we didn't get any other Cylon reveals after like episode
Well, there's 12 Cylons and there's 4 seasons.
You gotta give a drip.
No, but I thought like a pseudo reveal like last episode, this episode was going to be another.
Hey man, listen, we all were wrong. When we watched the first episode, the only theory I can remember being like definitively wrong about was I was like, oh well, maybe they'll go get the rest of the Battlestars and they'll have a shooting chance at saving humanity.
Nope.
Not even remotely close.
That guy was already dead.
But yeah, they're going to the promised land.
Valhalla, bro.
I don't have anything else to add though in terms of the discussion. This season definitely exceeded my expectations because I didn't know how it was going to go, and at some points it felt like it was a lot of build up for payoff that actually happened.
Yeah, there was a lot of tension that episode,
and there's things that we don't know still, and that's the great part of the show is the mystery of what's going on. But we still finished the season with a completion of what felt like an arc, which was first off stabilizing the fleet, second off stabilizing, our own mentals and our own whatnot, because it seems like they were losing hope in some stuff in a little bit.
I mean, they're not mentally 100% right now. The Commander Dama shot the president's in jail.
They're chasing fucking fairy tales.
They're the genius of like the flotilla is down on the planet, crash landed. No one knows if he's alive.
Ripping balls.
Like Starbuck just deserted Apollo. Another big person is in cuffs.
He's saying throughout the course.
Yeah,
right now, obviously, he's saying we started here,
and they still don't have the arrow.
We close loops. So we close like questions that we haven't added more.
The fleet doesn't know that.
Oh,
I don't have anything else to add though. Do you guys?
My closing statement. I really wish that episode ended with Starbuck on the intercom, like, "Hey guys, wait, Boomer's a Cylon," and it's like, guys. Well, what happened?
I think that's too much. I think that's too much.
No, I'm joking. It's totally a comedy. That's it for me.
The deleted scenes.
All right. Thank you for joining us, though. We are the 732 Review Crew. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
If you do enjoy our content, make sure to check out our Patreon, which does feature full lengths of these episodes and many more, as well as our movies. Make sure you let us know in the comments below your favorite part of the season, our theories, or any of our moments reacting. Otherwise, make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
He's a Cylon.